This episode is brought to you by the Ultimate Girls Trip. Here is our reoccurring daydream. Us at a drool-worthy pool, surrounded by our business besties. We just finished a powerful exercise on building our dream lives and executing our business goals. Join us if you are ready to be celebrated for taking up space, to feel purposeful, and to live a life of fulfillment. Go to proofitspossible.com for more info. Welcome to Proof It's Possible. Jamie and I are multifaceted entrepreneurs, the founders of the Ultimate Girls Trip, and the hosts of Proof It's Possible. Jamie and I are also sisters, best friends, and complete opposites, but somehow we always manage to stay on the same team. Join us every week to hear our thoughts on all things entrepreneurship, friendship, family, pulp culture, and more. Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are talking about a little myth that we keep kind of hearing going around, and it's something that we're constantly feel like we've been being sold lately, and it's the lie that you can just start a business, not really work on it, and make millions of dollars. And the problem with that lie is if you start with that mentality, who's going to do the work? Like, where do the millions come from?
Well, to me, it's kind of like that. Remember that 80s exercise show that was called Sit and Be Fit?
Yeah.
Like the idea that like you didn't actually have to work out, but somehow you would just get fit.
Right.
That's like, this is the business equivalent
version
of it.
That.
Like
Yeah.
it's the business equivalent
Yes.
that like you do absolutely nothing,
Right.
and like abundance just flows to you. And I'm a huge believer in like abundance flows to you if you've got good karma and, you know, like the universe is working in your favor. But I also think it requires some energy.
Yeah.
It requires some dedication.
I know it.
Yeah.
I know that the best entrepreneurs that do the best work very hard. Mm-hmm. They are in their businesses every single day. And there might come a point where you earn your way out of it and you do delegate and you do get to a place where you're not doing the like bootstrap every job in the whole business. But it's after developing all of that. Mm-hmm. It's that stage 100, not stage 1.
Yeah, no, in the bootstrapping phase when it's like you, yourself, and you looking headed to your office to get your work done, it doesn't just happen naturally. Like the learning curve for not just, let's just say you're an expert in graphic design and you're going to start a graphic design business. You could be the greatest graphic designer on planet Earth, but entering into business is going to come with a bunch of things that you're not familiar with, like marketing, financials, accounting, like managing contracts.
Exactly.
Copyright laws. Like there's going to be a bunch of stuff that
customer management, all the things that
customer service, like all these things that even if you're the best in the business for whatever it is that you're selling, you have so much learning to do in all these other areas. And you can hire it all out. But most people I know that start a business don't have like an unlimited checkbook or bank account to be like, you know what? I'm just going to throw $1 million at it. I'm going to hire like a marketing agency or
yes, exactly.
An employee that's strictly going to do marketing, and one that's strictly going to do safety, and one that's going to write all my programs, and one that's going to do, I'm going to have an IT department, and I'm going to do all of these things. It's you that has to do all of it.
For sure. And something else that I think is an interesting like concept is that I think that what ends up happening with the whole like, well, I'll get more freedom and I'll get more, and you do, but you have to know that your freedom just looks different. Mm-hmm. So for me, freedom looks like if I want to go for lunch with a friend on a Friday afternoon, totally available to do that. However, I still have work to do. Mm-hmm. So I might wake up on Saturday or Sunday and do a little bit of work while I have coffee. I'll make up those hours somewhere else. Because the harder I work, the more opportunity I have to make money. Mm-hmm. And the less I work, the less chance I'm going to make money. Mm-hmm. So this idea that we are going to customers will just fly through the door,
you never actually have to do anything.
You don't actually have to service the customer because you got them. Now you've got them. So there's no job there for you because you're the owner. Yeah. You own it. So there's nothing to do in the business. Mm-hmm. And if you talk to any entrepreneur, they bust their butt. Like, especially at the beginning, they work very, very hard to like, and this is the lesson I learned very young. Like when I was first running my business, I always called it the buck stops at me because I have no one else to point a finger to.
Mm-hmm.
It is like it's radical responsibility for every good thing and every bad thing that happens within your business. And when somebody comes to you and is like, well, the X, Y, and Z happened, you know, that's terrible, blah, blah, blah. It's your problem. It is your problem. So although you get all the reward, you also get all of the like management of the failure.
All the shit,
all the hard jobs, all the things you don't really want to do. And the amount of lessons I've had to learn personally, just with the buck stops at me, you know, it's like, I don't have control over a contractor. However, here I am. My customer is my most important person, and I am going to make sure that this project completes itself.
Well, and don't you feel like that's a lost art? Like the customer is always right. Whew.
It is a lost art.
That is a lost art. People are very okay. Business owners are very okay to be like, well, no,
yes,
you should have ordered it earlier if you needed it by now.
Yes,
I know I quoted you 10 days.
Well,
I actually meant 10 months.
On the simplest form of it, like me and you took Ari to get her haircut the other day, and basically she sat in the chair. She's a child. She's 8 years old. Sat in the chair, and the person just started snipping dry hair right across and let her leave with a bunch of jagged edges. And that was the whole day. That was
her hair was like all kinky, like it was all kinked up because it had been in a braid the day before, so like not nice and straight. So.
But it's why people, I think, wet or wash the hair. I think that's the whole concept behind that.
But then, like,
doing the full job.
We also didn't get like a discount for the quick service, like
it was
the 3-minute haircut.
Mm-hmm.
No, we got like the full spa price.
And you weren't at like a quick cuts for less or anything.
No.
Like it was a full hair salon, nice, paid the full money.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just. We basically looked at each other and were like, what's happening here?
Mm-hmm.
What happened here?
Wild times.
Very wild times.
Yeah.
And I love, honestly, when I'm in this world and somebody gives great customer service, I'm like, what a nice business. Like,
I'm to the point where if somebody just does what they said they were going to do,
I'm so
startled.
Grateful.
I'm grateful, but I'm so shocked by it that I'm like, where's the cat?
Yeah, you're like, but...
You're doubling the invoice.
There's a toenail in my wrap. You're super nice to talk to. You're very fast, but you left me one of your special hairs just for me to enjoy later. Something's coming. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's an interesting thing that I've had this conversation with so many people who are like, I'm thinking of starting a business but I only want to do it on this day or this day. And I deal with a lot of new businesses in my website design work. And what ends up happening is that people are like, I'm so ready to go. My content's ready to go. I need this in a week. And I'm like, okay, done. If you're ready, I can be ready. I can do it. But I need you to literally when we press go, I need every detail about this website, your products, your services, your prices, your photos, your verbiage for all of the copy, everything. And people are like, yeah, no, I'll have that to you by day's end. And then like 4 weeks will go by. And I'm like, what happened? I kind of thought you said you're all ready. And they're like, well, I've been busy and like, things happen. And I'm like, it's no big deal. I can make your website whenever you're ready. But you were the one that said you were ready and that you wanted a 1-week turnaround time. So now as the business owner, I'm in a position where I have to fit them into a new schedule. I didn't have the same clients 4 weeks ago as I have now. So I'm trying to get their 1-week timeline started when maybe I've taken on people that didn't work with the 1-week timeline. So it's just such an interesting...
I also feel like social media has sold us the lie.
Yes, it's very much
that like you can look at somebody else's life and be like, oh, she's always on vacation. She's always she got to go, volunteer at her daughter's preschool because she doesn't have a conventional job. And they glorify this whole and not even necessarily the person who's posting about going to the preschool or going on vacation, but the person's internal dialogue that's viewing it is like, her life is perfect.
It's so easy.
It's so easy for her.
She doesn't have a job.
Meanwhile, the person works Saturdays and Sundays because that's when her clients are available. And in lieu, she gets Monday, Tuesdays off, and she's available to go to her daughter's preschool or whatever it looks like. But it's like, it's not always what you think, and oftentimes we glorify something that we don't know all the facts about.
Of course, yes.
And entrepreneurship is one of those things where everyone's like, must be so wonderful to just make your own schedule and not have a boss and not have to work that hard.
It is, but you're working hard.
Lovely.
To think that you're not working hard is not true. You are very much still working all of or more than the hours of your day job, and your heart is in it way more. Your heart is in it way more. So you might be happier to work those hours. Like, I know that if I work a lot of hours because I have a lot going on, I'm happy because that means that my business is thriving. That means that I'm busy. I love it and I feel grateful for it. I do also feel grateful for the times I get to say, yeah, I can go on a girls' weekend because I can, because my schedule, I don't have to ask for Friday off. I don't have to ask for the Monday off. You know, does that mean I have no work?
I wouldn't trade entrepreneurship for the world because I value the freedom more than anything.
But the jobs still need to get done if 100%. I take the days off or if I don't show up to my job. That work is waiting for me whenever I do return. So it's not like I've got this team that's coming in and making it all happen. And I'm a huge advocate for building that team. Like, if you are in a position to build the team and take the vacation and not do the work. But I would even venture to say that big business owners, they have their finger in their business. They know what's going on in their business. They have
thumb on the pulse.
Yeah, they have new jobs, but they're still jobs and they're still part of it, and it's still time consuming.
100%.
So do not buy the lie that you will start a business, get your YouTube channel, and just put your feet up, grab a bag of chips, and start watching Netflix all day, because that's not how it looks. So we wish you luck in your entrepreneur journey.
And absolutely, if you want to start the business, we're the biggest advocates to start the business, but we just want you to go into it knowing that it is a time commitment.
But that it is worth it.
But it's worth it.
And we'd love to see that for you. We'd love to hear from you about your entrepreneur journey, and was it the same as what you expected? Did you believe the lie about it would be easier than your day job and now you found out that it's not, or vice versa? We love hearing from you, and we'd love it if you'd share this episode on your social media. If it brought you value, have a great day.
Bye, guys.
We are so grateful you're here.
It would mean the world to us if you'll subscribe to our podcast and YouTube channel and leave us a review.
If you want to hear more from us, go to proofitspossible.com to join our mailing list and find our social links so you don't miss a thing.
Thanks, and chat next time.